A war hero's emotional return.
Sorry. That's hit me.
And one passenger just wants some space.
There you go. I don't know where it is. I'll just get on the iron grow and go.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away.
At Luton Airport, things usually run smoothly.
You go straight through, the gate number will be on the television half an hour before.
But when they don't, some passengers are quick to remind everyone of who they are.
Right, I'm a journalist and you'll be. I will write up about how bad behaved you guys have been.
Or the important people they know.
Unfortunately, my father's director of the shows. I would never use your company again.
Today, team leader Leo faces his best one yet.
I put you in the cart. I have a friend who works with Tony Blair. I put you are in trouble with me. I in house of a woman that work with Tony Blair.
Verlaine Preto may have friends in high places, but that doesn't mean she can get away without paying her excess baggage.
It is £76. If you can't fund that, unfortunately, we will have to deny you travel. You have here 19 kilograms of excess weight. That's half a library. 19 kilograms is half a library.
I put you in problems. If you don't give the books for me, for put in my hand luggage.
You're allowed one piece of baggage which fits inside here, but 20 kilograms is too heavy for cabin baggage.
You don't want to help me? I want to talk with my friend.
Okay.
But with the prospect of a telling off from Tony, Leo's having second thoughts.
Okay, give me a couple of minutes and I'll come back to you in just a moment.
Thank you.
Okay.
Last week, Bristol's Kelly Roberts and Debbie Hopkins were auditioning along with other hopefuls for Easyjet's first ever TV advert.
Come with me. Come on.
Today, it's being filmed, and it's showtime for two of the stars.
I've had my makeup done and I'm leaving my hair down because it's lovely as it is. Yeah. And then Debbie's going to be next, and then we're going to go out onto location.
Joining the girls is Easyjet's Jason Parkinson.
I'm going to be looking at this for later on.
The surprise is they're going to take to the sky with the help of a 60-foot crane.
I'm pretty excited about it. You get to go all the way right out to the top. And I'm a bit nervous.
The trousers look a bit tight.
On the back.
On the front.
As Jason returns to Earth, Debbie and Kelly are up next. The girls' feet might be firmly back on the ground, but their heads are still in the clouds.
That was brilliant.
Fantastic. I could do that all day long.
I can easily abolish those 4 o'clock starts.
Yeah. Do this instead.
Unfortunately for them, the day's finally over, and it's back to Bristol Airport.
You have to pay your excess baggage. We make it clear
I don't
to you.
have money.
Once you've checked in, your bags can't come back up.
My bags
no,
are like...
if you don't pay the excess, we can't
give
check you in.
me out, and then I pass another time with another arrangement.
No, once you've agreed to pay the excess baggage and you've left
I don't have money.
get the
There
bags
are
back unless you're not travelling.
another man for me talk and don't have.
No.
No.
I'm the team manager here for checking.
The manager of the company.
Yeah, here. You won't get anybody else.
No one.
No.
Only you.
Yeah. What I'm saying is...
I think we are in troubles. Me and you.
With the Barcelona flight boarding, Verlaine is going to have to make a decision if she's to catch the flight. Over in Belfast, Nicola Borrow's taking husband Leonard to Nice for a surprise birthday treat along with some friends. Unfortunately, she's got a problem with her passport.
I didn't realise, you know, I've got on it before. And this is his 40th birthday.
There's no way, because anybody could tamper with that, you know. It's an official document that can be tampered with in any way. The photograph can actually be pulled off.
Well, it's not I think you know that yourself.
Well, I understand that, but you have...
100%.
I understand
that. We've got a party here that's going away.
With the Liverpool,
yeah, but Liverpool's
Manchester
fine. That's not out of the country, is it? You're going to go through immigration procedures, and immigration will not allow you into the country with a damaged document like that.
So there's no way of reprieving this whatsoever then?
Not
so how
at
much
all.
expense the hotel's paid for the flight?
There's no way that any airline would accept you for travel with a passport that is that
couldn't
much
it just
down.
Hold on, we've been on British Airways recently. British
With this
Midland.
passport?
With that passport, yes.
International, out of the
No, the
United
Manchester,
Kingdom.
no.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, that is the only thing I can say to you, sir. It's not a valid passport, as it can be tampered with.
With a faulty passport and check-in soon to close, things are looking bleak. Meanwhile, the Barcelona flight has finally taken off from Luton.
I change one more thing.
One more thing.
Minus Verlaine. She's opted for a later flight, and to try and save money, she's moved a number of books from her main suitcase into her hand luggage.
Go. 24, 4, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, £18.
That's a saving of £58. But Leo's not finished with her yet.
That's fine. Just make sure you can lift the bag above your head. Above your head.
What do you think?
You know what? It has to. You have to lift it above your head.
If I can?
Lift it above your head. Okay, and it just needs to fit inside here. Just for 2 tests. Excellent. Yep. Well done. Very good.
Thank you, excuse me.
Got to get it out of there now.
Don't know.
She may have got her bag out, but she's not done yet.
I don't like Tony Blair, I don't like England, I don't like Easyjet, I don't like nothing.
She's happy now, I think, and I still haven't asked the question whether she's ringing Tony Blair. So, if I see Tony Blair, I have to apologise for my outrageous behaviour today. It's been absolutely awful.
My mum's found another passport. It's an Irish passport, is that all right?
Yeah, but you're going to miss the flight.
I know that.
Is there any other flights out to next
But can you do us a favour? Will you help us out then somehow by getting us over to England? On a flight tonight?
You'd have to pay for the leg over to England,
I know
and
that.
we transfer you over from England to Nice.
Sorry about this.
Luckily for Nicola, she has dual nationality and an Irish passport at home.
Okay, you could go out at 9 o'clock tonight and stay overnight in Liverpool, and then you'd fly on at 12:40 from Liverpool to Nice.
You don't mind?
Yeah, not at all,
Thank
no.
you.
Leonard's birthday seems back on track. With the tickets changed
It's Gavin in.
and a friend delivering the passport, all they can hope for now is that it gets to them in time for check-in.
No, turn back away and just head towards the international airport. You can't miss it, Frankie.
It's probably touch and go at the minute. It's quite, you know.
Well, whereabouts are you?
He's lost.
He's lost. Say it again, what? Whereabouts? Oh, happy day. Thank you, Frankie.
You're a star.
Bye, all the best. Thank you.
With the passport delivered, the celebration can finally get underway.
Run away.
Okay, that's good, thanks. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Bye.
In Bristol, Kelly's finally got a copy of the TV advert.
Oh, God. That was fast. Should we turn it up?
Oh, so that's what you did?
Yeah, I did the flying bit, but I'm outside, me and Debbie.
And help make memories. So what are you waiting for?
Oh, there I am!
Oh, right at the back.
There was my feet.
2 little legs flying in there.
My feet are going to get a modelling contract. Let's see if I can press the pause button.
See you in full glory. Way.
Oh, look, there I am. There I am. And there's Debbie.
Ah.
Despite her brief appearance, Kelly seems happy with her acting debut.
I really enjoyed it. It was great fun. But it was a long day just for the one shot. But we had our own trailer and cleared the set. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
5:30 a.m. Luton Airport, and Leo's arrived for work.
Having a good morning?
Yes, thank you.
Good.
But today he's got a different job to do.
Thank you so much. Straight through, please. Boarding is starts now.
Starting now? Whoa. Cheers, mate. See you later, yeah?
Bye. Bye.
Will do, bye. Today I'm off to Malaga to finally hopefully end up in a little place called Almeria, where Easyjet is starting their first flight from. Complete change from Luton. Apparently the airport is much, much smaller. It's on a completely different scale, and I believe the sun might be shining a little bit too.
As Leo heads off to sunny Spain, it seems he's not the only one who wants a change of scenery.
I'm getting away from my wife. And I just want to get out and get some space.
So
My wife needs space, I need space, so that's how I'm having it.
Unfortunately for Roy Thompson, passenger service agent Melanie Taylor thinks he's had a bit too much to drink.
You can't go today. I'll book it for tomorrow.
Yeah, just book it tomorrow, yeah. Where are we going?
Where are we going?
Well, no.
There's six on that one, that's a problem.
What's Alicante like?
Check if the next one is open now, so you just check straight
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, where is it?
Spain.
Is it?
Yeah. We got Switzerland.
Right.
It's cold.
No, I want nothing cold.
Well, the warmest bit is Malaga.
Malaga. Let's go Malaga.
Tomorrow?
We have Malaga.
What time do you want to go tomorrow to Malaga?
Whatever time. I've got all night here, haven't I?
What time do you
Like
want to
a
go?
muppet.
7:20 or 19:30. The morning one's cheaper.
I'll have the morning one.
Do you want a return?
Yeah, cool.
When do you want to come back?
Whenever.
When do you want to come back?
Whenever.
While some people travel on a whim, at Stansted, a group of 6 distinguished passengers are making a trip that's been years in the planning.
The gate number 15, boarding time and your boarding number, sir. You're welcome, thank you very much.
Ted Newell is just one of a group of Second World War veterans travelling to Monte Cassino in Italy. It's the 60th anniversary of VE Day, and the heroes are returning to pay their respects.
The reason I'm going more or less is to go to a casino where a lot of my friends who was in tank regiment were lost their lives, and their names are on tablets in the casino. I've never yet seen them, and I'm 87 years of age, and I'd like to see that before I go.
It's very important. I think it will sort of put my mind at rest a bit. Always wanted to go back, but I've never really felt I've wanted to, if that makes sense.
I've got a list of names of friends who I know, and those names I will look for on the tablets.
1,400 miles away in Spain is Almeria Airport. It may be a far cry from busy Luton, but that doesn't mean Leo hasn't got his hands full.
These guys have never worked in an airport before. So you've had like a 2-week training course and going to be working in an airport. So it's going to be exciting.
There's time for some last-minute practice. The first flight's not due for another 2 hours, and hopefully neither is Leo.
Hi. I'm passenger Brooks. Brooks. I'm Brooks, isn't it? Brooks? Tracy Brooks. The baby's been kicking all night long.
How many weeks?
How many weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 31. 31 weeks.
31.
31 weeks, okay?
No.
No? Very good. Pepper will have the next one. Considering they've had 2 weeks back in England and now they're actually doing this, it's fantastic. It's all coming together now, but the check-in opens in 45 minutes.
What's your personal opinion?
That you buy a single if you really want one, and get another one to come home when you know when you're coming home.
Thank you very much.
Just a single.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Sounds very nice.
Roy has finally decided on a flight to Malaga, but now he wants company.
Don't you fancy coming?
I can't, I'm working. There's
What?
class.
Come to Sydney.
I can't.
Jesus, come with me and have a crack. I need someone to help me. You want a drink?
No, thank you.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm fine. Thank
Go and get you
no,
girls a drink.
No, I can't. There's your tickets. Are you going tomorrow?
That's my airplane. Malaga, where's that then?
It's in Spain.
I don't know where it is. I'll just get on the iron and go. Right, let's go and get some beer.
See you later.
Oh, I see what you mean now, climbing up. Yeah.
In Italy, Ted and the others have arrived at Monte Cassino Abbey. Scene of one of the Second World War's bloodiest battles. Over 250,000 soldiers were killed or wounded. For the veterans, it's very different from how they remember it.
This is a terrific building, and you compare what it was, because when we arrived, it was still standing, and then the bombers came over and bombed it. We were here at that time, and quite a mess that made.
Well, if you look down below there and you see those trees, they weren't there at the time of the battle. They'd all been, it was pretty clear. And you imagine trying to take this position here. You couldn't dig in because the ground's too hard. You had to pile boulders up for protection. Looking back on it now, it's almost impossible, but it was done.
For Jack Stapleton, just getting to the top of the mountain is an emotional experience.
Well, what can you say? It's the end of all ends, if you like. This is the ultimate. It's lovely. Never thought we'd get up this place. So I'm quite, the common word is quite shocked about it. It's lovely.
That's right, yeah.
I tell you what, they've plastered the wall since we've been here.
But for Ted, the laughter's short-lived.
Yeah, then that's all, I'm afraid. Well, there's a list of these tablets with my mate's names on it. I was hoping to take photographs of it. Are they for an afro?
I would guess so.
Well, it's supposed to be a casino.
Well, we'll find that tablet.
On tablets.
Whatever else we do,
Right.
when we get to the casino graveyard, we will find that tablet.
Right.
Okay? If we spend the rest of the morning there, we'll find that tablet.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's all I'm relying on. That's all I came for.
Unsure where the memorials are, they make their way down to casino, determined to find them. Meanwhile, it's almost time for Leo to open check-in for Easyjet's first flight from Almeria.
Yep. It's just coming up to 5 to 1, and we're opening the check-in at 1 o'clock, so we've got 5 minutes to go, and there's been quite a few passengers already in the terminal. So I think they're just as excited as we are about it all, but absolutely everything has gone to plan.
But as more passengers arrive, it looks like Leo's spoken too soon.
What is it doing?
I don't know, the PC blocked.
It's working. Oh. Just a small last-minute technical hitch. Yeah. Okay.
Finally, the computers are up and running, and the airline's first flight from Almeria can check in.
Found them? Jennifer and Michael?
Yes.
You are Maria's first real passengers that she's ever checked in.
Oh, we've been welcomed with a smile. So that was lovely.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you.
We're checked in. Peppa, hey!
Leo's baby's finally born, and the excitement doesn't stop there.
Wow! The first plane has just landed. The first plane was on time. It landed early. The first bus is ready to bring all the passengers checked in on the flight. So, yeah, it's looking really, really good.
And just 40 minutes after landing, the first flight's taking off.
Woo! Hey! Hey!
That's mine. Oh, you want a man's one? You want a man's one?
Ted and the others have arrived at Casino War Cemetery. Somewhere amongst the memorial, Ted's hoping to find his friend's name. Meanwhile, Jack also begins his search.
I got it.
Atkin Bryan, leading aircraft and that's it. 14 F-13.
Cartram, Cambridge.
But with over 4,000 soldiers buried and remembered here, it's going to be a sombre task.
12. You give me a shout if it's over there.
It might be. There might be one of these things, a plaque or one of these things, might be.
Eventually, they find what they're looking for.
Thomas took me a long time, but I'm here.
And yeah, but if they were... Here he is, it's Jack Ackley. There's my mate. Oh, Lord, yeah, that's my gunner, Jack Ackley.
You know, that's made my day now. That's worth it. It's a whole visit.
Touched. Sorry. That's hit me. We were together as a family right through the desert, right through Italy, and suddenly we lose them like that. It hurts. Oh dear.
Got a tear in my eye, but well, I've achieved what I set out to achieve. I'm happy.
Take your jacket.
I'm sorry. Only baby, you know.
It was a very moving experience, to be honest with you. You know, it's all been worth it. So I don't suppose I'll come here again, but this is what I set out for.
Roy made it to Malaga the next day, but just 2 days later, he was back in the arms of his wife. Leonard's birthday went with a bang, and wife Nicola is now expecting. And luckily for Leo, Verlaine still hasn't told Tony.